time for another episode of my FM20 say with FC Rapid. Last episode, of course, were the final two games of the European group stages, which sadly we did not make it out of. So we had all the chance in the world to focus entirely on the league, and so let me just take you through the matches we've played, and then take you through some of the transfers as well, because it's been a very busy period, because almost every single one of our players got at least one offer, and some of them also met their release clause or were accepted by the board. So that doesn't sound very promising, but I've tried my best to replace them as well. So firstly, take you through the matches. So of course, the last few matches were this one against Sparta Prague was the last one. After that, we beat Sepsi at home 3-1. A good win. Very happy with that. But after that, we beat Stoya away from home 2-1, who at that point were top of the league. So that was an amazing win as well. I actually did not expect that. For some weird reason, the game wasn't televised, but it was an amazing result. Very happy with the performance as well. After which we had a few friendlies. We have 4 friendlies. We didn't lose a single one, so that's good, and it wasn't against easy teams either, so very happy with those 4. Then we lost to CFR Cluj 1-0 away from home in the league again. At this point, they were number 1 because Stoja, how do you say it? We got Stoja off of first place, and CFR Cluj took over that spot. After which we beat Dinamo 2-0 at home, and we beat Viitorul 2-0 at home as well. And then we drew against Shikshireda, which was the last game until now. So we are here at the final game before the split against Chindia, who are second to last. They are 13th, so we should be able to win. We are in third, as you can see. We're in third. Only 4 points off of top spot. So if we win this and CFR and Stoja don't, we will probably be on equal points after they divide the points by 2, of course. So that's the matches. Let's take a look at the transfers. As I said, there's been a lot. A lot has happened. So first, let me take you through the outs. Here was the first one, and the one that hurt the most as well. Kyle got picked up by Anan. I don't know where actually are they from. From China, of course, because they can pay him a lot more money than we could. 260k a month. And I tried to offer him a new contract, but he said that he thought we didn't have the financial resources, and well, obviously we don't, because we can't pay him that much money. So that's one. The other one is Kudelkins. Went to Tottenham. I said last episode that I was so surprised that Tottenham were interested. They offered him a trial. I declined it, but then they just straight up offered his release clause. He's not on a lot of money, and he's actually listed for loan as well. But yeah, we tried to offer him a new contract as well, but he was unhappy at the club, so he wasn't even interested in talking to us. So those were the 2 big players that we lost. Then we loaned out 5 players. Every single one of them non-EU players, so we can't register them. So I thought, let's get them some game time elsewhere, and maybe they can help us next season. And we sold Janilson Babiuk. His contract ran out the end of this season, so I said to him, well, we're not going to renew your contract. So another club, this club, offered him a contract, and then I sold him off straight away. Didn't get anything for him, but it gets his wages off the books. But then, where do I start? First off, this one, Mauro Saucedo. He is straight out on loan as well. An Argentinian left back. I think we needed a little bit of cover for the left back position. We really only have Pisk there, and Zimiarski is just not good enough to be a first team starter for us at the moment. So we got in this guy. Maybe right now he is kind of the same level, but I think he can improve a lot and help us in the future. We paid for him 2 million, and as you can see, it's already worth 1.1 mil. So if we could sell him on, we'd probably make a profit as well. After him, we got Tomas Martinek, 17-year-old Czech striker from Slavia Prague, the team that we faced in the group stages, of course. Did he actually play for them? It looks like he actually might have played against us. He is only 17 years old, already 3 under-21 caps for his country as well, and he already played 46 games for Slavia Prague. He is already pretty good. Is listed for loan because he isn't good enough to be a first team striker quite yet, but he is gonna be good enough, I think. So very happy with him as well. As you could see, we paid 1.5 mil for him, and he's already worth 850k. So the same goes for him. If he doesn't get good enough and we have to sell him, then the chances are pretty high that we make a profit off of him. Moving on to Matias Castillo. You might have seen his name already when I showed you guys the schedule. A new left mid because of course we lost Kyle, so we had to get a new one in, a new winger. So I found this guy, Matias Castillo, 18-year-old Uruguayan left mid, of course, and left winger. He isn't too good quite yet, but the stats that are good are exactly the stats that he needs as well for his position. So very happy with him. As you can see, already 4 games played. He played every single game since he came here. 4 games played, 3 goals already, and 2 Man of the Match awards as well. So he has started off very, very well. So very happy with his performances so far, and it looks like he's gonna grow as well pretty quickly. So very happy with him. Let's see, we paid 2 mil again, and he's already worth 1.1. But it looks like he's gonna be very important for us already. Moving on to Jan Guzman, also a Czech this time. It's a 16-year-old, so he's even younger. He's also a left mid. We're not going to use him quite yet because he isn't good enough, especially now that we have Castillo. But he is going to be good enough, I think. As you can see, he's got a lot of potential. His determination isn't too good, but he is professional as well. So there's a little bit of mixed feelings about him, but he's only 16 years old, so I had to pick him up. We paid 1.3 mil, and he's already worth half of that as well. He's only on 100 euros a month because he's on a youth contract, I believe. Yes, he is. He's already agreed to a contract, of course, for 4.3k a month. But for now, for the coming month, he's on only 100 euros a month, so very cheap. Very happy with him as well. Also, if he doesn't get good enough, we can set him on for a profit easily. And then the final player, I'm just gonna wait just a little bit before I head back to the previous page and show him to you guys. As I said, we lost Kyle to a Chinese club, and I was thinking, well, we do need a new left mid. I got Castillo in, I got Guzman in, but I thought we need one player because we got a lot of money for him and Kudokins. We got 8 million for them combined. So I thought, let's get a player who is gonna make an impact from the start, not necessarily someone who is gonna be very good, but someone who is already very, very good. So I was thinking, well, who can we use? It can be another non-EU player because we just don't have the spots to register him. So who can we buy or loan maybe? So I was looking at maybe some players whose contract were running out at the end of the season, and I came across one player, a left mid, a left winger as well. His contract ran out at the end of this season, so I offered him a contract, quite a couple actually, because at first we didn't have enough money, but then we got more money and we moved the transfer budget into the wage budget. So offered him another contract, he accepted, and then we paid the club 2.3 million to buy him right now, so he's already at the club. Funny thing is, his previous club, he was at our club. He was our player before he went to this club he was at now. And we had agreed with that club that we would receive 50% of the next sale. So we paid 2.3 million, but half of that we immediately got back. So we actually only paid 1.2 million for him. I can't believe it because last season we sold him for 9 million to Chelsea. So that might give it away who it is. It is Richard Pinter. Here he is, the Romanian 21-year-old. I'm so happy that we got him back. I mean, he's a right winger, right midfielder. But if I said that from the start, you probably would have guessed it already. But he is going to be so good for us. I am so happy that we got this guy back into the squad. He's already injured for 2 weeks. But after that, I think he's going to fire it up and end everybody's chances of winning the league and just shoot us up to the first spot. I think he has the quality to do that, and I think um, that we could use him as left mid as well, because of course his stats are the same that they would be for right. Only thing is that his left foot isn't just as good as his right foot. So yeah, he's back. As you can see, sold him for 9 million, bought him back for 2.3, spent 1 year in South Korea as well, lighting up that league as well. Bought him back for 2.3, but got half of that back immediately. I mean, I'm very happy with that. I'm happy with the transfers we've made, with the players that we were able to loan out as well. The only thing is I'm very sad that we lost these two, because they were very important for us, especially Kyle. Let me just see if I can check it. I can't anymore, but 79 games for us and 25 goals. So yeah, but we got Pinter back. Very happy with that. If you may, as you may remember, a couple of seasons ago, he was absolutely insane for us. He was the best player on the pitch by far. So I'm hoping that he can do the same now that he's back. But first, of course, as I said, he's injured right now, so let's just get into the game. This is the starting 11 for now. Labrovic in goal, Ferrero, Bogdanovic, Lupu, and Pisk in the defense. Shilaru at right mid instead of striker because, Ferrero is right back because Kudokins is sold, obviously, and Shilaru can play there better than Safer would be. So he's at right mid. Owaida and Memela at center mid, Castillo left mid, the new guy, and then two strikers, Lambulic and Bermejo. Shilaru, for some reason he's going down. As you can see, the past few games he's already played at right mid. Here he actually still scored a goal as well. So he is still a pretty good influence for us. Not as good as he was at striker. But as soon as Pinter gets back from his injury, he can play at right mid, and Shelaru can go back to his usual spot at striker next to Lambulic, and maybe Bermejo and Castillo can rotate between them for the left mid spot. So this is going to be the team. Let's get into it. As I said, if we win this, we get into only 1 point. We could possibly get into only 1 point between us and first place. So a very exciting match indeed, depending as well on the results of the other games. But the only thing that we can do is win our game away from home against Chindia. They have been a hard team for us to beat. But who knows? It's a new day. It's a new game. So let's give it our all again, and let's try to pick up the 3 points here. The first chance already in the first minute as well. Owaida with the ball to Lambulic. Shilaru has done as right mid. Shilaru almost opens the score there. As I said, he is still a pretty good influence as right mid. Didn't score there sadly, but still a very good chance for us. So yeah, a positive start to the match. Hopefully we can build on that and actually win this in the end. Until now, nothing other than that first chance happening. Not a lot of shots either from either side. So it doesn't look like a very exciting match. Chindia have already picked up 2 yellows. They do get a free kick here. Tab B to take it from the right hand side. Puts in the cross, I guess headed away, but picked up immediately by Chindia. Brought back into the penalty box to the free kick taker, but luckily for us, he hit the post and it doesn't go in. Works out for a corner kick, and Cluj and Stoya are both already leading their games. So we're not going to move into only 1 point between us, but still a win would be very important. Because if we do win, we get to 50 points, and then after the points get halved, we are only 2 points behind number 1. Maybe here the first chance, Bermeo. Well, it wasn't the first chance. We already had a chance. He probably should have squared that because there were 2 players completely open on the left-hand side, but he chose to go for it for himself. Didn't really work out the way he wanted to, but a good chance nonetheless. As I said, we are on a positive. We have started this game very positive, and we are playing better than them. They've picked up a third yellow as well. So this game is ours to win. We should win this. As I said, they are in 13th. We are in 3rd. If we beat them, they might even drop down to 14th as well. And Sea of Arclusion are now drawing. Arod actually equalized. So that could be very good for us. Maybe Castillo here can put us in front here. Castillo, a through ball to Bermeo, could square it. And instead he tries to go for it himself again. And again it doesn't work. Another corner kick. But again, that doesn't lead to anything. And now Chindia can build up their attack. Leskovic here on the right hand side. Goes past Pisk actually. Now moves into the penalty box. He tries to go for it, but Lavrovic with a good save. 40 minutes left. It's still 0-0. We do have the upper hand, but it just doesn't look like we're gonna score. Maybe here Bogdanovic with a free kick short to Owaida, who plays it long to the left hand side, but it gets intercepted, and Leskovic can set up the attack for Chindia again. Passes it to Greku, who gives it to Ejuma, but he loses it. And now we can build out from the back again. Bogdanovic and Ferrero playing the ball between them very patiently. Bogdanovic now looking for the long ball forward. Reaches Bermejo. Again Bermejo with a chance possibly. This time moves to the right hand side. The through ball to Lambulic. Lambulic, and he hit the post. So now both teams have hit the post once and we get another corner kick. Maybe this will amount to anything. It wasn't a bad cross, but there just wasn't anyone of our team in there. Castillo again tries to go for a cross, but again it's blocked, and now Chindia can possibly counter here. Luckily Bogdanovic intercepts that pass. Memela has picked up a yellow card and he is playing pretty badly, as is Shelaru, even though I said that he has been a pretty good influence from the right hand side. We are going to put Safer in as right mid and Shelaru back in his original position at striker and leave it like that for now. 25 minutes left. We should win this, as I said, and we have to win this if we want to stay close to the number 1, which of course we do. And if we lose this, actually, we might even drop down to 4th, but let's not even think about that. Let's go a little bit more attacking, even though we're already playing very attacking. Let's go more attacking and try to pick up the 1 goal that we need. Maybe this is what we miss when Kyle doesn't play, when he's not here anymore, because of course he isn't. And that's the final whistle. So now we're 3 points behind number 2 and 6 points behind number 1. Of course that wasn't good enough. That means as well that after the points get halved like they are now, we are on 24, Cluj on 26 and Stoya on 27. We have beaten both of them this season. I think we've beaten every single one of this team at least once this season. So should be a very, very interesting championship group. So let's take a look at the schedule, what that looks like. We're actually playing Voluntari and Craiova in the final 2 games. We're right now 6th and 5th. So depending, just like we did last season, depending on where we are in the league and where we can finish still in the league, I will either live com the final game or the final 2 games. But yeah, as I said, we'll have to wait and see if we're still in for a shout to finish as champions. But so it's either the final game or the final 2 games. For now, thank you guys for watching again. Sadly, we didn't win that game after a pretty good run of games. But still, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.